Hey guys, it's G-Dog here, and today I'm going to show you guys 10 tips to get better at keyboard and mouse in Fortnite. I've been playing keyboard and mouse for about 3 to 4 years now, and today I want to show you guys the things that I wish people would have told me when I was just starting, as well as the fastest ways to get better at keyboard and mouse. So without further ado, let's get right on into it. Alright, for tip number 1, I have keybinds. Keybinds are something that a lot of people when starting definitely mess up. A good way to determine keybinds for you is honestly to test out your own. A lot of people will go back and look at pros keybinds and just copy theirs exactly, and then they think they will instantly be good. Now, I'm not saying it's bad to take inspiration from pros, but when it comes to keybinds, it's definitely better to test out your own and get used to them. However, if you are just completely lost in what to do, I don't think it's a bad idea to look at several pros keybinds and then try to find your own based off of those. Alright, at tip number 2, we've got free building. Free building is probably one of the most important things to do when starting off with keyboard and mouse. When I tell you guys this is the first thing I did when I switched to keyboard and mouse, I mean I hopped straight into creative and just practiced building for a few hours, trying to get used to all my new binds and trying to become as smooth as possible. A few drills I recommend when free building is just the stair and wall edit drill, where you are just flipping ramps and editing walls, which are very useful and help you get better and more consistent with editing. Another one is maybe start off doing single edits and work your way up to double edits, and then after a while you can even move up to triple edits. Alright, for tip number 3, I have edit courses. Now this may seem like a non-negotiable, but edit courses are crucial when starting keyboard and mouse. Most people don't even talk about them anymore, but to someone that's new to different keybinds, learning how to use your edit bind is very important. And in today's game, there are so many creative maps to help you with these things, and one of my favorite edit courses is this one right here, which I'll have the map code in the description. In this course, there's a bunch of realistic scenarios such as side jumps, mongrel classics, and so much more to practice real game scenarios. Now for tip number 4, I have aim training. When new to keyboard and mouse, there is a very good chance that you are not going to be incredible at aim right away. Just like everyone else, it takes practice. Aim training may be one of the most boring things to practice, but it is definitely one of the most important things to practice. Some of the greatest clips in Fortnite history have came down to strictly the other player out-aiming everybody else in the game. If you guys can get aiming down, you are going to exceed very quickly on keyboard and mouse. Now at tip number 5, I have setup. When switching to keyboard and mouse, it is very important to have a decent keyboard and mouse. I personally use the SteelSeries Apex Pro, but there are plenty of other gaming keyboards at an affordable price. My personal low budget recommendation is the Red Dragon Chimera keyboard. I use this one for so long, and it's honestly what I started with when starting keyboard and mouse. And just because I want you guys to succeed, if this video gets 1,000 likes, I will give away this exact keyboard to one of you guys that comments setup down below. Now for tip number 6, I have 1v1s. 1v1s are a great way to improve after you have done all of the above steps. By the time you've got your keybinds, practice free building, editing, and aiming, you should be ready to start practicing 1v1s and going against real players. And the reason these work so well is because 1v1s have unlimited mats, and if you fail, it's okay because you can grapple back up and get right back into the fight. I personally recommend 1v1s because it is the quickest way to practice real fighting while also using your mechanics. Tip number 7, I have watching pro gameplay. Watching pro gameplay is definitely a massive way to get better, and you may be asking, how does watching somebody else just make me better at the game? Well, it's quite simple. When you guys watch someone that is at a high skill level, in your head, you will start to understand some of the plays they are making and why they are doing it, which could lead to you learning a new skill to practice, or even a play you might be able to make in a game that you haven't thought about before. A great person to watch is Aussie Antics, and he breaks down a lot of pro gameplay and shows what they are doing and how to win tournament games or even just regular games. Now for tip number 8, I've got real game training. Just like most games, one of the biggest ways to improve is simply by playing the game. Just like mainly every game on the planet, the best way to get better is just to simply play the game. Putting yourself in a real game and hot dropping is the best way to improve, as you will get to experience a lot of fighting early on and get used to playing in game. Now for tip number 9, it kind of goes along with real game training, but it is ranked. Ranked is extremely important now, and Fortnite basically just gave us the ranked system so we could improve. Playing ranked is a great way to gauge your success on keyboard and mouse and even track how well you're playing to move through the ranks. It is by far one of the best ways to improve right now, as the better you do, the better players you will play against. I recommend not camping to rank up, as that will not really help you, but actually hot dropping, putting yourself into fights in uncomfortable situations so you can improve at the fastest way possible. Now for tip number 10, I have smoothness. Smoothness is extremely important, and what I mean by that is your game needs to be running smoothly in order to improve. If you don't have an insane PC, I recommend switching to performance mode and lowering your settings, as they need to get better performance possible so you can run your game smoothly and improve faster. Those are the 10 tips I have for you, and the last word of advice is don't expect to be good overnight. Things like switching to keyboard and mouse will take practice, and you will be able to see improvement over time. Thank you guys for watching, and if you enjoyed the video and want to see more like these, don't forget to hit that subscribe button, and I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.